And we got our little CPU here. We're gonna take her out. I'm gonna wipe her down, because usually when you wipe it down, you can tell what kind it is. Hey everybody, my name is Jacob Spalding, and we are gonna be taking down this little desktop right here. First things first, we're gonna get these little screws here, and then this guy right there. Well, you can go ahead and get this guy out. Seems to turn very easily. And the reason we want this guy out is because that is what's holding this little flap right here. Oh, look at all that. I am gonna get the rest of the screws here in the back, because that is what's keeping our little PCU right here in. So, got the right bit on. Look at that. You should be wearing gloves during this. Now, got a little drive right here. Let's just go ahead and pop the front face of this guy, so it's easier to get our little drive out. See, nothing's covering it. So we got a couple wires in here. Now, we want to loosen that up. Boom, and that should let us pop out a little DVD. Now, let's see what else we got in here. All right, next thing I prefer to do is get this guy out. So what I recommend is always going after all the little wires that are connected to it. Now, if you see in the back, like right there, this thing is keeping it here. So what we need to do is we push that, and then we push our little PCU in, and then boom, our PCU, the guy that powers our computer, is off. Now, what we got left here are some cords and our motherboard. We're gonna take the motherboard out, and then I'm gonna show you some more stuff. So let's unhook everything. Not difficult. There we go. Some wires. And now typically, all the motherboards use the same screws as they would with the PSUs. Typically. Sometimes they just like to be mean. Let's go ahead and get some of these guys out. There's a screw right there. And then that just pop right out. Like that. And we're gonna set her aside. Let's get the rest. And there we go, that's all of our little screws out. Now we just got a shell. Now, let's take some apart, shall we? So now, this here is our RAM. Now, if you look in close, you can see it's 2 gigabytes. That's how much it is. 2 RX8 PC3. We're gonna set those aside. Typically, people always have the same RAM in their little desktops, laptops, all that. But I always like to make sure that they're all the same, because I've had quite a few cases where they're not. So, good there. Looks like we got some little aluminum heat sinks here. Ooh, and this guy is holding the gold corner BGA. I'm gonna get our little fan off. And evidently it likes to be different. Instead of using a star bit, it is using a Phillips head. And look at that. Got our little heat sink out. And our fan. And we got our little CPU here. We're gonna take her out. I'm gonna wipe her down, because usually when you wipe it down, you can tell what kind it is. I don't have a shirt, an extra shirt on me, so I'm gonna set her aside. Now the only things left is another little heat sink. And something else we got, gold core and our battery. We're just gonna get this guy out, and then we are golden. Thank you again. I'm Jacob, and I'm signing off.